What's going on, everybody? It's been a bit since I've recorded the video. I think the last time I recorded the video, I was I was in a rental truck because my truck has been in the shop yet again. And so I was getting ready to go train arms at the gym, and obviously some things looked a little bit different. And so things are going to continue to look different as you follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube. Things are going to look a little bit different. And, when I put these videos out, I put these videos out to basically be honest, transparent, give feedback as people give feedback to me. And that's really all that it's about. There's going to be, training content. There's going to be, maybe some food stuff here and there because I am with Flavor Gang now. I'm a part of their affiliate athlete program with Flavor Gang. And so I have to do some content, some hard posts at least twice a month. And so, yeah, but as far as this video goes, I just cooked my fifth meal, which is right now just 4 ounces of chicken, 2 whole eggs, some spinach. I'm going to put some Flavor Gang Flavor Dawn sauce on it, which is the sriracha maple. No carbs in this meal. I save the carbs for actually before I go to bed because I'm not competing. I'm not in prep. The famous word, prep. I'm not in prep. So there's no need to not have carbohydrates before I go to bed because a lot of times, and what you people know when you watch this, the people that have competed, that it is very hard to go to sleep when you are on very little food. You are on that last meal with no carbs. You go to bed feeling not full and bloated, but you also go to bed feeling still on empty. You literally, even with some fats and proteins, you are running on fumes and you're just, it's horrible, really. And I've done it. And the reason why I've done it is because I wanted to see how things are looking, see how things are on stage from year to year. And, all the work you do in the gym, you want to see it come to light. Eventually, so at least for some of us, not all of us. Some of us are gung-ho on trying to get a pro card, and it's that's all I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to live my life, and blessings to you. If that's what you want to do, then that's totally fine. I just hope that you come to the realization that a little card is not meant for everyone. And if you have to keep going and going and going and going, and it's pulling you away from other things that really matter, I think you need to sit down and I think you need to either write down what you want to do, what really makes sense, what you have currently, what you're grateful for, look in the mirror, have a conversation with yourself, and honestly, and some people don't want to hear this either, but it is what it is, you may have to pray. That's exactly what I've been doing over the course of the last year, going on to another year now. And honestly, when I tell you it's changed my way of thinking, it's changed my way of thinking. Before I started actually legitimately every single day spending time with the Lord, all of my days were about me. It was all about the training, the food. When am I going to train? Well, if I got an appointment, well, is it going to get in the way of my training? I got to do that first. I can drop off the truck at the dealership, but I got to go, I got to train first. Is it going to get in the way of that? This is a very selfish, egotistical way of thinking. And there are going to be videos on YouTube and on social media where people tell you otherwise, no, you need to do this for yourself because it's going to make you a better person and this and that. And yes, it may. However, at the end of the day, if you were told you couldn't do this anymore and able to have this, if you it's you or your kids, or it's you or your wife, and I could be speaking this into existence. I have no idea. But it's it's your wife or the gym. And it's okay, you now have a real decision to make. Is this not the Lord telling you, hey man, you're kind of making this an idol. You're making this a God when there is only one God. And that's what some people do. Some people in this industry, in the bodybuilding world, they legitimately make the stage or the aesthetics their god, or like chasing the pro card, like that's their god, that's their idol. For some people it's money. People idolize money. They want to lie about it, and they don't want to make it seem like they do that, but they idolize money. And you can tell, by, again, from the previous video, you can tell these things. And even in scripture it says, you will know basically what they believe and who they are based on their fruits. Not so much what they say, but on their fruits. The heart posture, what type of fruits are they producing, okay? That's how you'll know. And so this whole thing that I'm kind of getting at is, like, think about really like what's more important. And that's how I came to my decision. I have to get better about doing what I've been doing, which is have the conversation with my wife before I jump on and like make decisions. And again, I'm gonna get thrashed for this online probably too. But guess what? If you're a married man or you've been married before and you are making decisions and not involving your wife, I'm almost willing to bet that your life is not perfect. And what we see on social media is just a highlight reel. You're giving us what looks good. You're giving us what looks sexy. You're giving us what looks beautiful. You're not giving us really how things are. Okay, and I have my days as well, but I'm working on making my days better. Okay, and so you have to figure out what's more important, and then on top of that, moving on to something else. I just feel like as a trainer, as a coach, as a business owner, with the social media world being what it is, I think that there's way too much gaslighting going on, way too much like pumping of people up, and even when it comes to supplements, okay, it's like these are the best supplements. This is the best product on the market. And I was listening to a podcast when I was driving back from up north the holiday weekend, and it was a Jay Cutler podcast. It was Cutlercast, and I can't think of who it was that was on there, but they came to a part in the conversation where the guy that Jay had basically said, I don't like when people say that something is the best, like especially in this industry, because we hear all the time, right? Like this company's product is the best pump product on the market. This company's protein powder is the best protein powder on the market. And what this person said was, yeah, that could be true, and I get what you're saying, but that also could be the best protein powder or best product on the market as of today. Tomorrow, next week, next month, or even next year, another best product, like a product that's legitimately better, could be released because it's being made now. So I just think that you have to be very careful. If you've watched my Instagram reels, I speak about codes, I speak about partnerships, and they're great. They're great. I'm not knocking them at all, period. I believe that they help. But if all it is just like you helping the business grow, and something else I heard a wise man say is that, a company represents the person or the customer just as much as the consumer or the ambassador, let's say. So let's back it up. The company represents the ambassador just as much as the ambassador represents the company. And that's how companies should think. However, we don't have a lot of that going on. We really don't, okay? And I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? Because if that were the case, you would think more about how you speak, what you speak. And again, your people or specific people is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, right? And this is where the boundaries come in, okay? I mean, myself and another person had a conversation about this just recently, okay? And as you strengthen your walk, there will be boundaries that are set, even just naturally, okay, as you continue to strengthen your walk. And so, again, that's not to say like, oh, well, screw this person, or oh, like, people want to use the F word all the time. And, again, it's not about that. It's hey, like, this is something that I used to do in my life and I'm trying to get better. So this no longer serves a purpose for me. And that's it. It no longer serves a purpose. And I have to have conversations like that in the coming future. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do that. It's not going to be an easy conversation, and I don't like confrontation. I have a hard time. I don't want to say speak my feelings, because feelings are just feelings. That's all they are. Okay. I have a hard time speaking facts and not showing that I'm nervous when I'm doing this, because it just comes off a lot better if you're confident and you know what you're talking about, as opposed to being like nervous, or like you don't know what you're like saying like I try not to say a lot in my videos, okay, obviously, but that's what this whole video is about. And again, I'm kind of rambling, but there are going to be some different things on the channel, on Instagram, on Facebook. There are going to be some different things, and one of the things that I'm going to change is how I, work with clients. And because people have to understand this, I don't get paid until the payment link gets completed. Okay. Up until that point, though, and I was talking to somebody that's in the insurance world today, and he said the same thing. It's like we're making the calls, even though we close at a certain time. When you're in sales, or you're trying to, like, when you run your own business, you really never shut things off, right? And so, yeah, you might close at 5, you might close at 6, and I try to be like that because I'm trying to be better with my wife. Okay, I'm trying to actually like shut things down. Like when she's home from work, she's done. That's it. Like we spend time. We try to walk the dogs in this crazy nasty heat right now in Michigan. Yeah, we're in Michigan. It's like 107 degrees out. And just spend time and like stop worrying about work. However, there are going to be times where you make exceptions, right? So you're doing all these things, like you're doing onboarding processing, you are figuring out what the client's goals are. And I have things that work for me, believe it or not. I mean, I do. I have forms. I have, so I have things that work for me. But at the end of the day, I'm the one doing the one-on-one, and I don't get paid until that payment link comes through. So I could be doing all this work. It could take me a month. It could take me a week. It could take me 24, 48 hours to like get these new clients, right? To like convince them that like, hey, you reached out to me. So obviously you trust me already. Okay. You just want to like test the waters, but you trust me already. Right. And what blows my mind, what's super funny to me, is that people will literally, look at relationships and coaching as like transactional. And that's really how the world is everything nowadays. Okay. And if you're not gaslighting someone enough, or you're not pumping them up enough, they may fire you. Literally within weeks. And I'm not talking months, I'm not talking years, I'm talking within weeks, and give you no explanation other than the fact of just, I don't want to be rude, but just simply I don't want to train anymore. Okay. And then you come to find out other things as you like man to man, like, let's talk about this. Like, because I want to be better for my business, right? I want to be better for my business. So I want to accept the feedback, and like, I'm going to take the feedback and I'm going to become better. That's why I'm asking for the feedback. And some people don't want to give it. It's basically just like, well, screw you. And that's, oh, then fine, whatever. But like, that's not helping me. So like, if you ran your own business, or, you ran business based on performance, and you wanted to know why somebody wanted their money back, and it only is really to redirect it somewhere else, that to me means that you didn't do anything wrong. Like the trainer and the coach didn't do anything wrong. So in my opinion, that does not warrant a full refund given back. It does not. I'm sorry. It does not. And again, I might get thrashed for this too, or whatever it is. And I welcome all. I welcome all comments. I welcome all feedback. I welcome all of it, because I'm on the internet, right? I'm on social media. I'm on YouTube. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about what I'm talking about in this video. I wanted to make it kind of quick. I hope I didn't ramble. I hope I got something, out of my mouth that people can take something from me in this video. And I kind of felt like I needed to do one because I haven't done one in a while. But I'm going to eat my 5th meal here. This is the Flavor Gang sauce. So we are going to use that there. And that's it. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what you guys maybe want to see in the near future. Give me some ideas. Ask some questions. Give me some suggestions. Tell me to screw off. Tell me you love me. I don't really care either way. But I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you following, and we'll see you soon.